And welcome. My name is Mike Regalado with Bruin Report Online. Here I have Lauren Betts of the UCLA women's basketball team. They've been doing extremely well, and so has Lauren. She's been very well highlighted, not just in the Pac-12, but in nationally. And it's no wonder why, because of what she's been doing with the team and what the team has been doing in general. But we'll get into that in a second. Lauren, thank you so much for joining me here.
Thank you for having me.
So I definitely want to get into what the team has been doing, but a lot of this has come about because of the NIL Collective. That there was Men of Westwood, and that there's a portion of that which is focused on other sports, non-revenue sports, not aside from football and men's basketball, which is Champion of Westwood. What can you say about that and how that has helped out? In this weird, interesting time of NIL, this new era of college sports. What have you learned from it so far?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really grateful for all of that and what they're doing for our team, especially. I mean, I think it just is a great opportunity for all of us. And I think what I love most is that everyone benefits from it, no matter what position you're in on this team. Everyone's, getting something from it. And I think the coaches have done like a really good job of just making sure they're managing it well and, prioritizing what we're trying to do as a program, but also like, getting the benefits from that. And it's just been a really great opportunity for all of us. So, really grateful.
Yeah, exactly. Programs across the country, not just football and men's basketball, but now we're also seeing, what it can do to help other programs, especially like the UCLA women's basketball, which is, number two in the country. Obviously, NIL could definitely help out the team, bring in, more recruits, maybe outstretch the reach of the program better than it has in the past. But either way, aside from that, even before NIL, it seems like Coach Close has just been knocking it out of the park in recruiting. And obviously, you're a transfer from Stanford, but you were the number one rated player 2 years ago, right alongside Kiki Rice. You're now your teammate, who was number two at that time. And she's just been, I don't want to get too much into recruiting because I want to keep it where we're at now. But just she's done a fantastic job of bringing in players. And just really quickly, what are your thoughts on Coach Close and how she's started to build this program, and what attracted you to this program? Why did you want to come to UCLA?
Yeah. Well, I think with Coach Corey, I think she's just super personable and she's really easy to talk to over the phone. Before I'd gone to Stanford, I feel like I built like a really good relationship with her, which made it really easy to know where I wanted to go after leaving Stanford. And I don't know, this program's just so amazing. You have such a great collective of like staff and you know support staff that just support like just so helpful all the time, and they're just great and everyone's so amazing and just supportive, and they're your biggest cheerleaders all the time, and they make you so much better each and every day and remind you of like who you are off and on the court. And I think that's what really attracted me, was just that I could have like those relationships with them on and off the court. And I think that was something that I just really wanted, coming into like a new team. And they've really just kept that same energy this entire time I've been here, and I'm just really grateful for all of them.
And it seems like you have been a natural fit in this system. They for a few seasons. I've been following the women's basketball program for several years. It seems like there have been a few missing parts there, but now with a lot of veterans, a good mix of young players, having at the post, and someone like Kiki, player specific to those positions. Going back to you really quickly, it just seemed like you fit naturally into this roster. Did you feel that when you first got on campus, when you first started practicing?
Honestly, not at the beginning. It was kind of, it was difficult for me. Obviously, they haven't played with like a post, that's like as tall as me, who does as much like inside. So it was just, I would say it wasn't easy at first, but I
Okay.
think we built that kind of chemistry over time, and it definitely wasn't easy, but I think we've worked on it so much in practice, and the coaches have really prioritized just like building that relationship on the court and just making sure that plays like we knew we were trying to get the ball to. And it's just kind of that trust that we've built along the way that's made us so talented now. But it's definitely like, you know, we've definitely had to like sacrifice like personal pride just because there's like so much talent on this team that obviously it's not going to be one person. It's it's a collective, and it truly is like all of us just coming together and working together. So yeah, to answer your question, it wasn't easy at first, but I think that like the compliment to my teammates, they've done a really good job of just like adding me into their offense, and they've done a really good job looking for me. So
Was there a moment where maybe you thought, okay, this is working? I feel like this is fitting in, and now we're running on all cylinders.
honestly, just it wasn't an exact moment. I just think over time we've just gotten so much better. Like I could say, like every practice, every game, we just look so much better.
Hmm.
And so I can't really pick out a moment, but I think it's just like the habits that we work on every single day in practice that have just truly made us such a better team.
Well, and talk about better team. Number two in the nation, 5 weeks in a row. The first time this has ever happened in program history. Things have just come together for the Bruins, and we just wanted to get your opinion on how Are you surprised that you guys are 10-0, that you're number two in the nation, or did you feel that this is something that yeah, this is who you are?
I'm not surprised. We're so talented, and I believe in all of us. I'm very confident in our abilities as a team. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. And the most exciting part is that we have so much more room to improve. I believe that even through all these wins, that there's so much that we can get better at. And I think that that's like the best part is that people can say what they want about our team, but we know who we are at the end of the day, and we know that we can get so much better. So I think that you know I'm just really excited for the future, just for our team because we work so hard, and I think we'll just keep improving.
Yeah, the Bruins have they've been competitive the last few seasons, especially in the Pac-12, which has been the best conference over the last, I would say, half decade. Um, but now it seems like the Bruins have kind of like stepped up. What can you see from this team? From what, and obviously it's your first year, but I'm sure you kept an eye on UCLA last season when you were at Stanford. What can you say about how this team has grown to become the number two team in the nation?
Yeah, I mean, I think defensively, what I noticed about UCLA is that we've always been like a really good defensive team. I noticed that last year. I was like, wow, like UCLA does not mess around. Like they're taking away like our offense, like what we're trying to run. Like it's just nothing comes easy. And I think that's the biggest thing I noticed. And now that we have obviously some length inside, like it makes it even tougher to get to the rim. And I think that's something that we've gone a lot better at. But yeah, I think UCLA's defense has always been something that I've noticed, and we've gotten a lot better at this year. And now that we just have so much on the perimeter and inside, we're not easy to play against, and I think that's definitely the biggest improvement that I've noticed.
You talk about defense, which has kind of been a staple of Coach Close's teams, but offensively, like wow, that's simply what I could say. I believe you guys are the team is averaging close to 90 points a game. Um,
Yeah.
you have basically been dominating even ranked teams, which is pretty impressive. What can you say about how this team has come together with scoring? I mean, the team has six players in double digits. That's pretty fantastic. What can you say about how you're coming together offensively?
I mean, we definitely have some scores. I mean, that's I can't really say much. I mean, we have a really like good offense, and shout out to my coaches because we work so hard in practice every single day on our offense, and just making sure that we get all the details right, and that they don't mess around about that stuff. So I think it's not, we could go out there and just play 5-on-5 and do whatever we want, but I think like the way that they play each of us individually to our strengths makes it really easy for us to just execute, and then obviously the points speak for itself. But yeah, I think that we're all just put in really good positions.
Did you figure that you could be this productive, this successful? The fact that you have six double doubles this season, I think that's tied for 11th in the nation. You're sixth in scoring and rebounds in the Pac-12. Could you foresee this, or what are your
Uh,
thoughts on your personal achievements so far?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just really grateful. I mean, last year obviously was very tough, and this is what I've always wanted to do in college was to just, be on this type of team. I mean, obviously, like any high school wants to have this type of season, and I'm just honestly taking it just game by game and just working on all the things I can get better at practice. So I try not to like reflect on so much how good of a season I'm having right now because it kind of just like you know, just gets me out of my focus that I'm trying to have. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just really grateful, and yeah, this is something like I always knew that I could do, but I just needed to be surrounded by the right people. So yeah, I think that's the biggest difference.
And to be able to do that in your second year, that is pretty phenomenal. Just congratulations to what you've achieved so far and what the team has achieved. But at the same time, it's nowhere near over.
Yeah,
The team is going into uh, conference play very soon, and that first game on December 30th against USC, another ranked team, they've been doing really well too. What can you say about what you see from USC so far, if you've looked that far into the future, and just what this Pac-12 conference has to offer?
yeah, they're a really good team. Obviously, Juju's having a great season. My friend Ray Marshall, she's amazing. So she's an amazing player. Excited to play against them. Yeah, I mean, this is my first like big rivalry game, so I'm really excited to be honest. It's just not necessarily about. I mean, obviously USC is a great team and they're going to be great competition, but just like what a great opportunity for both the teams to just show out and in front of all these people, and it's just great for the Pac-12. So obviously these are the type of games that people want to see. And I'm excited for people just to watch because this is truly what makes the Pac-12 so talented. You have two teams like this who are, not too far away playing games like this. So, yeah, I'm really excited, and I think that all the work obviously that we put in practice will show. But yeah,
Well, thank you very much. Lauren Betts of the UCLA women's basketball team has joined us here on Bruin Report. Thank you so much. And again, as you go into conference play, it's going to be difficult, but the team seems to be well stocked and loaded. So, good luck going into the season, and thank you very much.
thank you so much for having me.